What's up, guys? Duncan here. So a friend of mine tagged me in a Facebook post an interview with the guy who founded Alibaba, the kind of Chinese eBay. I think it's Alibaba. Anyways, he was talking about education reform over the next 30 years, that we need to start teaching soft skills. And the reason he's talking about this is because of machine learning and the fact that we're about to see a shift where most of what humans do can be done better by machines. And so I think it's time for another Snapchat conspiracy. Okay, so here's the deal with this. I don't know how much you guys keep up with, world trends, but with deep learning by Google, several companies pursuing AI, the exponentially increasing speed of technological advance, here's what's about to happen. And I'm gonna put this out simply and plainly, because a lot of people aren't aware of this because we're not paying attention. And so I'm going to lay this out here. I want you to remember what I'm about to say, because it's going to come to pass. You're going to see it. And I want you to remember, oh, that weird guy I used to follow on Snapchat, yeah, he said all this was going to happen. So here's what's going to happen. In the next 10 years, the transportation industry is going to be completely turned upside down. So any truck drivers that you know, people who drive for a living, even airline pilots, railway operators, all those people are about to be out of a job. And the reason I say that is because self-driving cars are going to replace personal ownership of vehicles in the next 7 to 10 years. Period. It's going to happen. You can look at pictures of Times Square in 1904 when the automobile was invented, in 1908, and then again in 1917, and you will see that within 4 years of the automobile being invented, the horse and buggy was about a 50-50 split. Within 12 years of the automobile being invented, the horse and buggy was completely gone in Times Square, no longer used as a viable form of transportation. Self-driving vehicles are going to do that to personal vehicle ownership, which means if you're a truck driver in the next 10 years, your job is no longer going to exist, because there's going to be a semi-truck that can drive itself better than you can. The next industry to go, the service industry is going to be the next to go, which is fully 12% of the labor population. These are your waiters and waitresses. These are people, gas station attendants. These are people who kind of do the entry-level jobs for entry-level pay. You're not going to be needed anymore. You're not going to have a job. Your job is going to be automated. If you're a customer service representative or a customer account manager, or you work in a call center or anything like that, in the next 10 to 15 years, I would say, certainly no later than 20, your job's going to be displaced. And after the service industry, the specialized industries are going to start to go. There are already machines that can diagnose cancer better than doctors can. So will we get rid of doctors completely? Probably not. Will we need a whole lot less of them? Yeah, we will. So that's going to happen in the next 20 years. If you're in school right now, if you're in college right now, and you are studying nursing or guest services, or even some of the trades, if you're in school to be a mechanic right now, you might want to rethink your major, because your career may not exist by the time you graduate. So that poses a problem. The first question you ask someone when you meet them is, what do you do for a living? We define ourselves by what we do. We are on the verge of no longer doing anything. We're going to have to figure out what people do when work isn't necessary. We're also going to have to figure out how people get paid when work isn't necessary. Those are the big questions of my generation and your generation. If you've got any brilliant ideas about that, now's the time to start developing them. This has been Snapchat Conspiracies with Duncan.